Okay, so yeah, I'm back again, and I always get to this monotone kind of thing when I turn the camera on. As soon as I turn the camera on, there's all these hooks in me, you know. So at this point, I really don't even know what to say. Like, would have never imagined that people like this existed ever. For 8 years, we've been under surveillance, illegal cameras in our home watching us. During this time, they have been trying to kill me. My son's now not with his mother. Okay, maybe I should talk about the spiritual aspect of this, because that's what's stopping me from speaking now. That's what they do to these to victims of this kind of thing. They don't want you to speak. If you look around on the internet, the people that they want to level up are the people who are like, oh, well, that's all good, forget about that, let's go over here and think about this, and present a certain way, offer absolutely no information whatsoever for anybody. And the people who are putting out information, you know, they can be corrupted as well, or they're viciously attacked, or they don't look a certain way, sound a certain way, whatever. But when these pieces of shit came for me and my actual identity, it's game over. I'm sorry. You've taken my son already from me. He was trafficked in 2017 by an illegal pedo ring in Adelaide, and this was covered up. They had difficulties taking me out. 8 years this dragged on, and when I say dragged on, it wasn't like that for me at all. It was bouncing from house to house. It was guns. It was like pointed at me 24/7. Like, it was not 8 years of leisure. Houses being ripped out from under me, having to move, financially being stripped, which is kind of what they want to do right now, is financially just strip me bare. So I really don't have a leg to stand on. I couldn't pay for a lawyer if I needed one. Not that anyone would represent me now, because I've been labelled as a mutt. Which is insane, because no word of a lie, and I'm not going to make myself small for anybody. I am one of the best mums, one of the best fucking mums, and you took my son from me. These people like to feel good about themselves, pedo rings. They like to know that they're taking children from bad homes and that kind of thing. So this has really upset a lot of things, minorly. I mean, it's just a thing. So what you've done here is like reprehensible. Any child should ever be taken is absolutely fucking disgusting. Like, disgusting. But what I'm saying is, you're branding me as something I'm not, and you know damn well I'm not. And you know you've targeted my son because of the mum that I am, and the way that I was going to raise him to be a man, an actual man, to be in touch with every aspect of his being. These people don't want that. They want plasticine that they can mold. And they want these kids to be stupid, basically. My son's an incredibly intelligent kid, like, amazes me. So this is what they try and do to them. They want them to be complicit, malleable. And, you know, it doesn't even stop there. There's like, when it comes to grooming, I've even heard, and I quote, I've even heard these conversations go on, because, as you know, I'm a channel and I can intercept all these kind of conversations. These people are full focused on me, right? They are targeting me. I call it sadistically, astrally, you name it. Like the second I go to sleep and I start to drop my body, someone shoots me in the head or someone pulls me up, smashes my head. Now I've heard them call the orders, you know, smash her head, and the next thing I know I'm awake again. They will not let me get into is it theta? I've got all the sleep states written down, but deep sleep, where your body can actually mend and recover, where your nervous system can recover as well. Because I'll tell you right now, traits of people that have been through this kind of abuse, they will be shaky, and that is the nervous system that gets attacked. There's a group of girls, I'm not going to lie, that are involved in this and got on board after. These people have been watching me for 8 years, okay? In my private home. And not just that, in 2019, a psychic connection came through between me and Paul, who had abused Jet, and was protected by these people. So, you know, it was me fighting for my life, in and out of like places, trying to protect my son, and then it was him and everybody who was kind of backing him and protecting him. So yeah, that is definitely one of the telltale signs of this kind of thing. They've been like pushing me forward. Physically, I've never been in so much pain in my entire life, but like my throat chakra, there's a vertebrae in the back of your neck, and if they work that and just continually push that through, you can affect the throat chakra, which is what's happening to me. So yeah, an excruciating amount of pain, but when you've kind of been through these pits of hell, I guess I'll call them, like you're tough as, you know, an old pair of military boots. So every single day I keep slamming them down and saying, you know what, you cannot fucking affect me on any level, ever. You kind of become just unfuckwithable. Like the shit they've thrown at me is unbelievable. Like I can't even. The sexual stuff is the worst, and I know there's people out there who know what I'm talking about, who have been also targeted like this, and the sexual trauma is the most disgusting stuff anyone could ever go through. And you know, the sickest part about it is they'll be encroaching on you sexually and just really disgusting, like astrally and stuff as well. And then standing back and painting it as something really, really gross. Like you. So, you know, my heart goes out to anyone who has suffered the sexual trauma, mind control stuff, messing stuff, mind messing, mind controlling. Because that's what they attempt to do. Like, when people say mind control or MK Ultra, I don't know what MK Ultra is, I just know people use that term for mind control. But for me, mind control, because 2019 I had a psychic connection come through, and all of a sudden someone was sharing my person, like my conscious field. Here we go. So yeah, for me that's what I mean by spiritual, and when things took that kind of turn. Okay, we're going really hard now. So yeah, 2019, I was just laying in bed. I can't actually remember if I've told this already, because I go over, I have stacks and stacks of paperwork, of research, like, that I've done inadvertently in the last 8 years while this has all been happening. Obviously you get smarter when this kind of thing happens, and then you start being targeted. You have to counter that, so you get smarter again, you get tougher again, and yeah, they start getting really pissed off, right? Really pissed off when you stand up to them. I mean, look around the world, look at what goes on when that happens. really fucking pissed off because it's clout to them, you know. So I dare say they're probably going to want to prove a point and take me down because I've made absolute asses of all of them. Total asses. These people have been like creeping around astrally. I don't even know what's going on in this home at all. But they went off and did some serious training, probably about 2020, 2021 maybe. After the psychic connection came through and Paul started learning all about me and realizing what kind of gifts I had and that kind of thing, they went off and they immediately started training in all the esoteric kind of stuff and how to manipulate matter, you name it. Like, so they've been observing me, probably it's over 8 years now, observing me for that long. Everything I've consumed, every piece of information I've consumed, everyone that I've like, because I've been on a journey myself, trying to heal, trying to battle this. Hopefully I was kind of naive and thinking I was going to get to a point where the truth was going to come out and everything was going to be all good and Jet was going to be safe and, you know, these people were going to fry for what they did, and that hardly ever happens now because everybody just goes silent and doesn't do anything about it. So yeah, regardless of that, I'm going to sit here and honor my son and all the people that have been taken out to cover these asses. There's a female really who's been pushing this forward, a female and a male that have really signed my death warrant basically, and my son. And I quote her just like directly, hearing her say she doesn't give a shit if my son gets sex trafficked and you know, eventually, yeah, that's a direct quote. Absolutely heard that come out of her fucking mouth. So there's no pleasantries here and there's no politeness here. This is not, oh yeah, I'm going to sit here and put my phone on and go and do a lovely YouTube video. That's not what this is. This is, a mum's lost her son already. A son has, actually more to the point, a son has lost his fucking mother. A son has lost his mother. He's lost his life. I take that energy back. He didn't get the life he deserved. Okay? The life a child deserves is a life of privacy, respect, no abuse. And so in about 2022, which was only a few years after that that happened, before that, lots of other people have jumped on board. But in 2022, there was someone who came into my life randomly from my past, just kind of popped up. And after he'd left, which all of that was suspicious enough, but after the second that happened, it just makes me really angry. Speaking about this one, you don't sit here, put your camera on and speak about this kind of thing. Like, you want bums in the seats. You want someone to confront with this, right? Like, you really do when it gets to this. So after he left, I'm laying down in the lounge. I slept in the lounge for a week so that I could be out in the space and hear what was going on, because I was worried. So I slept out there with like a hammer next to me and a knife possibly. And yeah, I had an experience where someone's just popped in my, whether it's portals or someone's like remote viewing you, someone's just like, whoa, on you, right? And I hear a man's voice, and he's talking about how we're going to connect these two together. And then someone says, who's the girl's gatekeeper? And somebody else responds, I've got all this written down as dialogues that I pick up, and I get them verbatim, word for word. It has to be perfect because, I don't know, I see it as like a portal for truth. It just, every word has to be perfect, otherwise I'll just skip it. There's no point tainting anything with any kind of misinformation. So yeah, Archangel Metatron is, this voice says. And he goes, okay, so we'll go with that then. Next thing I know, I'm like, out. And that was that. They'd connected a female to me after that. So it wasn't just Paul now. It was also a female. I'm presuming Sarah. Not that I even want to say that fucking name, because you know what I'll personally want to call you. Yeah, so they're going really hard on my throat right now. I'm guessing there might be hundreds or thousands of Satanists that have been like targeting me and trying to stop me from even speaking. Yeah, it's a daily thing, full on. I kind of walk around doing the things and just like battling it at the same time and abusing the fuck out of them, because I know they're watching me, as they have been. So I've been throwing them down for years. Like, you're not gonna watch me like a weak rat in my home. You're gonna hear from me, all right? You're gonna fucking be listening to me if you're gonna try and watch me like a rat. See, they're going harder. I'm stuttering now. I can't even talk. I might have a break because I'm really sorry. This is not going to be a professional kind of thing. This is like last, what do you call it when someone, it's last memoirs kind of thing, like I've had everything taken, all right? It's really hard for me to say what I want to say about my son, so I'd prefer not to even mention. But yeah, that's what this is. Like, I'm not going to the grave and letting this happen to him. No way. These people have been in contact with him, like, behind my back. And I really don't know what's going on. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need to take a break. I've got something going on with my throat. I'm sorry.